Our CBS radio clip of fame. There is no precise moment when globalization began, but if you're looking for a moment very near the start, what you are about to hear is it. The year is 1955, and the world is a decade removed from the Allied victory in World War II, a monstrous conflict of never-before-seen carnage and slaughter. To avoid a third world war, the great powers tried something new, a meeting to explore trade relations, peace talks, and arms control. The city, Geneva. The players, America, the Soviet Union, Great Britain, and France. The sense of global anticipation, very high.
CBS Radio presents Crossroads at Geneva, a summary of the world's hopes and expectations as recorded on the eve of the Big Four Conference, with reports from Geneva, Paris, London, and Washington. We begin in New York with CBS correspondent Walter Cronkite.
It is now late afternoon in Geneva, Switzerland. The heads of the four most powerful nations on earth are there, waiting for tomorrow. When it comes, they will sit down to talk. What they say to each other may determine, for good or ill, the fate of all of us in the foreseeable future. But there is no way of predicting the outcome. We can only examine the attitudes and intentions that have gone into it, and of these we don't know very much. From the men at the top, we have heard only as much as they cared to reveal in the not very explicit language of diplomacy. President Eisenhower spoke for the United States just before he boarded his plane.
We shall be conciliatory because our country seeks no conquests, no property of others. We shall be tolerant because this nation does not seek to impose our way of life upon others. We shall be firm in the consciousness of your spiritual and material strength and your defense of the right. But we shall extend the hand of friendship to all who will grasp it honestly and concede to us the same rights, the same understanding, the same freedom that we accord to them.
The Russians have said much less, except to deny that they will be negotiating from a position of weakness. Foreign Minister Molotov has made only one reference to the Geneva Conference in recent weeks.
Мне кажется, вы хорошо знаете о том, что Советский Союз стоит за воссоединение Германии.
As for the Geneva Conference, the Soviet Union is in favor of the unification of Germany. It stands to reason that we're in favor of that unification on a peaceful and democratic basis.
What that basis would be, he did not say. Prime Minister Eden of Great Britain has been more specific.
We are not prepared to break up NATO. We will not be parted from the United States of America. We will work for the unification of Germany. Subject to these principles, our position is negotiable. I will tell you what I hope for. Our first aim would be to allay mistrust on either side.
Now, it's worth pointing out that France had deep and immediate concerns. You will hear references to Indochina and North Africa, which is shorthand for Vietnam and Algeria, places where French colonial control was already under pressure and soon to crack.
Collectively, the French have a definite attitude toward this meeting at the summit. And for an analysis of what that is, we'll call in CBS Paris correspondent Blair Clark, who is now in Geneva.
Probably more than any of the other three powers, France hopes some sort of relaxation in world tensions will come out of this conference. France has perhaps felt more than its allies the strain of the Cold War, the necessity to mount important forces in Europe while she is struggling to maintain her positions overseas. I need only cite Indochina and now North Africa. If it were possible, as a result of this meeting or its successors, to ease up a bit, there would be vast relief in a France that is still not fully recovered from the wars of the past. Therefore, hopes are high in France for the success of this meeting at the summit. But France has fears that go right along with her hopes. The main fear is about Germany, the ancient enemy now become an ally.
In the end, Geneva did not produce breakthroughs, but did create something meaningful, channels of dialogue and a default inclination to try diplomacy before war.